All right. This is Gustavo Adolfo Uribe, and welcome to my channel. I have a whole bunch of stuff on my channel, and now I'm gonna rant because I've been thinking about this for a while, and since I'm making videos like about um, some reflection stuff, I might as well speak on this because I've been thinking about this. It's feminism equals MGTOW, right? And if you don't, to sum up both of them, feminism is basically, it can get really complicated, but to put it in a nutshell is um, like women trying to get equal rights or whatever compared to men. Like, that men are oppressing them, so they're not able to be on equal playing field. That's basically what it is, right? And then MGTOW is men going their own way, right? So this is a recent movement that is really a response to feminism or feminist politics. It's in my from the way I see it, these are both social political ideologies. Okay, and my story through this is that I remember like when I was going through college or whatever, and I was just thinking and stuff. I thought, you know what, feminism, I didn't agree with it. I didn't agree with feminism because it was just like, okay, well, I'm all for like equal rights and voting and stuff like that, but when you say that you're oppressed and all of a sudden um, so the thing is that I didn't agree with feminism because like I said, I believe in equal rights, equal voting, stuff like that. But what happens is that um, it starts to become this thing where it's like men are like evil or something, and we're constantly oppressing women. And there are cultures and religions or whatever that really do oppress women, but I don't. So like right there, boom, like I know like this is not gonna work. This is not gonna work for me. There's got to be another way um, to be able to express thoughts in a non generalist manner, because it's basically this it's sexism. It's like sexism or racism. It's just like you can't have a whole you can't put all of men in a in a box and say they're oppressing you. It just doesn't, like, no, that's not correct. Okay, so if you're a feminist, sorry, but I don't agree with it. Um, now, so the interesting thing enough, then maybe a couple years ago or maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I think it was like before Trump was running or whatever. But at my work, it was just like I noticed that it was like almost 90% women, right? And uh, and then there was another, yeah, it was like 90% women, and it's like they're proud to be women or and whatever. But it got to the point where like say like comments and stuff like they would get a like it's hard to explain this, but it was just like it just felt like a club. You know what I'm saying? Like they're always going out, always whatever, but but even then, like it's just man, this is really hard to explain, but like it didn't feel right to me. It didn't feel right. Um, and then of course they supported like other feminists and stuff like that, and they were like entitled to get the job or to whatever just because they were women, which was weird. It's just like, well, shouldn't like the person who gets the job be like the person who's the best fit for the job? You know what I'm saying? Um, it's like if I can outwork somebody and be a better for the company, then shouldn't matter if I'm a man or a woman. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, and then I remember there was another job that I used to work at, and the office was women too, and they were always bitching at each other. It was really weird. Like, I remember one lady was crying and stuff like that, and it was just like it was weird. Then she left, and then they had men uh, in the office, and it was just like really calm. It was just like, okay. So my point is like, you guys may or may not agree with this, but when there's a lot of women in the office, it's like it's like a bitching hen house. They're always bitching, and it's like they don't know like where the line is. Where it's like, okay, like you're out of line, and you shouldn't be yelling at me because I've been yelled at all crazy, bitched out at work from women for no fucking reason, right? I mean, there's a way to say like, hey, Gustavo, I don't agree with you or whatever, but like getting in my face and yelling that type of shit, it was crazy. I've been there. Um, so so my point is, it's just like it just becomes like really like out of balance, right? On the flip side, if it's too male or oriented or whatever, then it could be um, they could be dicks or whatever, or power whatever. um it's a little bit too authoritarian and may seem oppressive, like, but I don't know, maybe not. Most of the time it's just like, as a guy, you want to just get along with people and just focus on whatever you need to do, and like, kick the shit here and there, but like just get it done, just get the job done so we can go home. That's it. That's how, like, at least that's how I think. But anyways, I started to see on YouTube this MGTOW movement, and then they're talking about red pills, the red pill, and blah blah blah. So I started watching that a lot, and I got really into it. I was like, man, this is really interesting stuff. And it was basically, uh, from a social political point of view, it was like, there was some laws that favored women. So it's like, if you if you're a woman, right, and then you get uh, accused of guy of sexual assault or rape, um, then that guy can potentially have his career ruined overnight. And I did see, like, when I was at Cal Arts, there was a case where a girl claimed that the guy raped her, um, but it was like 2 or 3 months later or something like that, and it was just like, well, like, and it was outside of the school, so it was like a private party, and she claimed she was raped and blah blah blah, and rape is not okay, but like, why did you do it, like, 3 months or 4 months whatever later, when it's gonna be like, how do you prove that, like, when it's like after the fact, when you don't have like, um I hate to say it, we don't have like evidence of it, right? If it's he said she said, you know what I'm saying, like, if you got raped, then you have like physical evidence that you were, um bruises or whatever, or if you got like DNA samples or whatever of the semen, I don't know, whatever. um but yeah, so I mean, so then, like, I think she sued the school or something like that, and it was kind of a big deal. And it was weird because, like, well, why did she sue the school? Like, that was a private party off campus, and it was like three months ago or something like that. So it was just like, what the fuck, like, okay. So anyways, so that rape slash, um sexual harassment. So I think the Me Too movement got started, and there was other women saying that happened to them too, and that sucks. That's awful. But again, like we have from what I understand, that you're innocent until proven guilty. So like, if you accuse someone of that, then you got to take them to court and you got to prove that. You know what I'm saying? Because what happens is you accuse some of that, and then all of a sudden it's just like, oh well, they kicked him out of school. Now his whole like thing is now he's a rapist. Now he's a sexual offender. Blah 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 blah. That it can potentially fuck up someone's career, right? But anyways, I mean, if it's true, then it's true. But like, before that, that's a very heavy accusation, right? So, anyways, then there was another thing where it's like, if the man gets divorced from the woman can get the kids and get like half of their assets or whatever. So there was just like some laws and some political stuff that it was just seemed to favor women, right? Um, so that so then it got deeper, and then like I started to see like, you know what, this MGTOW thing is a little getting a little too much, because some of the MGTOW people were like, okay, well, then they start talking about like the behavior traits of women and hypergamy, and how all women are basically like gold diggers, shit like that. And it was just like, this doesn't sound right to me. This doesn't sound right to me. Like certain things was like, you know what? I don't know, man. I don't know. Because uh, like there was a line that Tupac said. It was like, um, I wonder why some do we hate our women? Why we rape our women? Some do we hate our women? Trying to be real to our women, trying to heal our women, blah 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 blah. There was this line like that, and I was just like, yeah, dude, Cholo, like he was right. Like, you can't hate women if you're born from a woman. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense. And women are like are mothers, so like they're the ones that breastfeed you, change your pampers, are there when you get hurt. Like will give their lives for you. So it's like that doesn't make sense to me. Okay, so what am I getting at? My point is that it started to seem like they were the exact same thing. It's pitting women against men and men against women, and that doesn't make sense. Um, and I think that there are like certain aspects of what the movements are that are good points and are good things to consider to be more wiser. But at the end of the day, it's just like, yo, you need to, as an individual, um, try to develop yourself, and not try to um, don't try to prejudice other people blindly. Like, because then it puts like it like roadblocks you from developing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, like, if men go their own way, right, and they don't want to have anything to do with women, it's just like, are you sure, bro? Like, if you're a heterosexual male, are you sure you want to do that? You sure you want to be a monk, dude? All right, whatever. But like, there's a lot of things that could benefit you from being with a woman. Like, if they there's an energy that can help you, you know what I'm saying, and make you see things, grow and stuff like that. And on the flip side, same with men, women and men. Like, a man can help a woman in ways that a woman can't help women, right? Like usually women would sugarcoat things, and a man's usually gonna say, nah, cholo, like, this is how it is. Like, no, no, this like a little bit more like logical, right? And then women are more emotional, but but they can kind of like, they can kind of see like under the microscope, like the they can kind of see the veil of the subconscious, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Which men are not really good at doing that. You know what I'm saying? Generally speaking, generally speaking. So anyways, so yeah, so anyways, so I just want to put that out there. I think like if you're a feminist or you're a MGTOW, I think just um I don't know, man. Just think about that. Think about that. And what it's really accomplishing. I mean, are you trying to understand men or women, or are you just hating them, trying to see their negatives? Because check. Okay, so to sum up this video, it's like if you are a feminist or a MGTOW, I think you try to think is like, is this positively impacting your life? Because it's good to try to understand the differences between men and women because they are different, and understand that they're two different energies, and everyone has feminine and male energies within them. You know what I'm saying? Um, and see, like, are these things like how, or are these things negatively impacting my life? Is it causing me to see life in a more negative way instead of trying to um, understand it with more clarity and um, you know positive results? So another takeaway is that I actually really like Coach Corey Wayne. So if you haven't checked him out, I read his book that he wrote. I forgot the name of it, but you should read it. He always says like, read my book 10 to 15 times, 10 to 20 times, whatever. And you should, because it's pretty good. It's really good. He's a dating coach, and he does talk about like how he's got it down kind of like a science, you know what I'm saying? Of like, how the dating dynamics between men and women, you know what I'm saying? Because you shouldn't that feminist and MGTOW, man, it's destructive, man. Like, it really is. So anyways, that's the end of my video. Thanks for watching. Yeah, okay, cool, bye.